Oh man, there was nothing like food to bring you together, and this conversation is already proving it. Nothing quite like a comforting food to just, I suppose, ease your soul. And of course, something like this, it is universally loved and it is comforting wherever it is eaten. I'm talking about spaghetti and meatballs. It's the kind of meal that brings back memories of family dinners, sauce simmering on the stove, second helpings if there is anything left, but I don't think there will be leftovers. And this version captures all the warmth of the original with tender homemade meatballs, a rich marinara sauce, and perfectly cooked pasta. And of course, you can see the QR code because people like to cook along. Yeah. This is the one thing you don't get on radio, I'm afraid, is a QR code that goes on, but you can audibly give the ingredients list out. So, spaghetti and meatballs, it's not something that I've made a huge amount myself. Okay, probably more on the Italian traditional menu, but there is something beautiful and comforting about it. Yeah. And very simple.
Definitely.
How often do you make spaghetti and meatballs? Have you made spaghetti?
I have. This is my go-to lazy meal. I call this a lazy meal, and people are like, "Oh, why are you calling it lazy?" It's a lazy meal for me.
Brother
because
Bear.
I go all out every time when I cook. So this, I can do it in my sleep.
I love it. Well, I'm half asleep and very lazy this morning, so I think we need it. So we're going to dive right in. I'm going to quickly pop on the pan for you on this side. Is there pressure on you to always cook? Like, who cooks for you when you don't want to cook?
No one cooks for me because I particularly don't trust the people I'm around to cook for me food the way I do cook it. What's going on?
It's like asking a singer to do karaoke. Hey? Okay, we'll see if we can get our gas connected there in a second. Lucian, our magical fairy, will do that. So when you have to go home and then cook for yourself, what is the mode? Do you feel like you've got to put the effort in? So this is Mother Hen. Go for it. And see, life happens sometimes in a kitchen. I love you, man. That's why we all need a Lucian in our lives. There we go. Absolutely love it. Because food doesn't have to be intimidating. Lucian, we love you so much, guy.
Thank you, Lucian.
And I think a lot of people don't enter into that space because they are intimidated to cook. But
they are.
What is the thing that gets you going when you cook? Why do you enjoy it so much? Where does that excitement come from?
There's always that warmth for me that my food brings. There's always that comfort. And whenever I'm like, oh, I miss home, I'm like, okay, let me just cook. Because the only way for me to travel back home without really going back home in the Eastern Cape is the food. Because the food takes me literally right back to Mdantsane, where I grew up. And I just always have to put in the effort because I want to always be reminded of home and my people.
But there's also a responsibility. If you're now going to be wearing that cap, you best do it right.
Yes, I do, always.
Have you surpassed the generation above yet? If you had to cook for a family gathering, have you earned a right in that kitchen yet?
Yeah, so my family and I often meet in December, like everyone comes in December for the holidays. No one cooks other than me.
Really?
Yeah, no one. Christmas, it's me. Easter, it's me.
Give him a break, man. Just over.
But I do it with love, so it doesn't feel like, oh, I'm doing a job. Like, this is my love. This is my love language.
It's a love language. I was about to say that. Now, I've been trying to teach my kids that. Not that they appreciate anything that I make for them, but hopefully when they're grown up, they will cook for their kids with the same love. All right, I think our pan is requisite. You see, that is how you deal with a curveball in the kitchen.
Definitely.
And there are always, because it's got to be one of the most pressured spaces, because if you make a mistake and you're 4 hours into a cook, there's very little going back.
I hate those dishes that require you to cook for 4 hours. There's really no need.
I can feel the venom.
Like, there's no need. I'm just going to pop in this garlic.
And don't hold back on the garlic. I know it's winter. We need the healthy foods as much as we need the comforting foods. Okay, so let's speak to the event happening on the 31st.
Yes.
How will people be able to engage? Can they cook along? Are they watching you cook? Will there be testing
so
options?
They will. So when I created the event, I wanted it to feel like you're walking to a friend's house.
I like
and
that.
Your friend has invited you for a Sunday lunch, and you're gonna get to my place, just chill. You can take your shoes off. I told people to bring their own alcohol because I just want people to feel that this is a friend's house.
Yeah, you're just coming over for a cake.
Yeah, we'll be free. Just come over. I cooked. And so that was like the premise of the event, to just come, chill with a friend and engage with everyone around.
Because it's disarming. Take the pressure off, no expectation. I love that. And that's where the magic happens. And I think people want to reach out now. I think everyone's wanting connection. I mean, we've been talking about COVID, and I know it's still a dirty word, but I think we're coming out of the mist now. I think people have recovered, and we are wanting to connect. So how people connect to you? How do we get tickets? How do they book their seats? Do they just rock up? How do they connect?
You don't rock up, unfortunately.
Not to my house.
Not to my house. You need to be invited. So I did put out tickets on Cricket, which have unfortunately sold out. Because I already did the first one. I think, when was it? Which one? I think mid-June. I did the first one, 15 June. Tickets sold out
and people
in
be
2
talking,
days.
you see.
And then people were like, we definitely need to come to this event. So grab your tickets on Cricket. I'll definitely have another one in August. So they need to look
and just keep an eye. And I would suggest heading over to your socials to just keep an eye.
Yeah.
And there's nothing stopping you from DMing and cooking along right now. So hopefully you have scanned that QR code and you are cooking our beautiful meatballs and spaghetti. And of course, you've just added the sugar now.
Yes.
I'm assuming to offset the acidity of the tomato.
Yes, to offset the acidity of the tomato. There's a huge fight that's been going on online about putting sugar in your tomatoes. People from Port Elizabeth, Rebecca, always like, you don't need to put sugar. I'm like, where we grew up, this is called ipisto. This tomato base, we call it ipisto. It always needs to have sugar to balance off the acidity.
Come on. Rebecca, sit down. Okay? Calm down, all right?
You know?
But no, you know what's going to happen is we're going to get all the aunties secretly putting sugar in their sauce. Okay, what have you added now?
Now I've added the mixed herbs. I've added some black pepper, and now we're going to take my salt and add a bit of salt for seasoning.
I think we are looking absolutely. When they said easy, we absolutely meant easy.
We'll just let this simmer for a bit while we turn on our. There we go. Our meatballs.
There we go. That looks lovely. So, have you decided on the menu for this event? Is it a dialed-in, locked-in thing, or how does that work?
It is a dialed and locked-in because whenever I curate these events, I often need to think, what am I going to cook? Which food do I know that brings memory to people?
Ticks the box, yeah.
Which one is going to be comforting? And with the jazz, Dumza Maswana playing, we know Dumza Maswana's music takes us back home, because he does storytelling, and each and every song that he has put out is very meaningful.
It's curated,
and, yes, it's curated
there's a reason why it's there.
And there's just a sense of nostalgia that you get with Dumza's music. So when I was curating the menu, knowing that Dumza is going to be one performing, I was like, I just need people to be nostalgic, go back home, and feel comfort.
Oh,
and
people are going to be missing their families. I have a feeling there's going to be tears shed on this day. All right,
definitely.
It looks beautiful.
Stunning.
For the sake of TV, should we mix it all together? And then we, of course, have our beautiful end result. I love this. And I'm just getting a little taste here of what being tableside with you as you cook is like. For you specifically, for these events, because I think we know why everyone else is going to enjoy it. But why do you like these events? Because clearly you're loving it, man.
I am a big lover of community. You know, everything that I do is about community. Where I grew up with my mom, I often joke to people and say, my mom had an open door policy.
Really, I love that.
You walk in our house and my mom was like, do you need food? What do you need? Just prepare a plate. And even on Sundays, my mom would be like, there always has to be an extra plate or two for someone who might walk in needing that plate. So I create this because I want that sense of community.
You want to honour that.
Yeah, you know, I want to honour that.
I think I was the opposite. When I arrived at my friends' houses, the mothers would literally lock the cupboard doors because I ate so much. I would arrive, there would be like a pot of mincemeat or something that you could, like a big one-pot wonder that could feed 5 that would be out for there. Okay, meatballs are looking good. How do you know that your meatballs are done? Are you looking for a bit of a crust on the outside? How do you, or is
Not
it
necessarily crust. I just need them to turn a bit brown.
Okay.
As soon as they are brown, I'm like, they are perfect.
What goes into your meatball? And I don't want you to reveal any family secrets here that are going to get you into trouble.
I make my own meatballs, by the way.
Oh, really?
I can't buy store-bought meatballs.
Fair game.
So I always put in a bit of garlic. I put in a bit of grated onion, and I put in a lot of spice mixtures that I do. I do a lot of spice mixtures.
Flavor
And
bazooka,
yes,
yeah.
and my favorite thing about my meatballs, which always sells the dough, is the butter. So I make my own butter, and then I just roll it up with butter, and it's just always
Oh,
so
my word. You might have to add that to the
stunning.
menu as well now. Can you do an international exploration menu? Maybe take us across the continent?
I can, because in September I'm planning to do a very chilled, very celebrating the spring, and obviously the menu. I don't want the menu to be intense. It's just gonna be very chilled.
A little Mediterranean
Yeah, so
influence,
I'm gonna be
yeah.
looking at those sort of elements and just explore all other cuisines around the world.
While I'm intermittent fasting, I don't think you and I can be friends, dude. I think this is
No,
going to be an issue.
no.
You are so good
Definitely.
at what you do, and I can understand why people absolutely love it. On Sunday, the 27th of July at Nia on 31 down in Cape Town. Kicks off at 1 o'clock. If you can get yourself a ticket, you are lucky. No, please, connect, experience culture in this way. It's about amazing jazz, about amazing storytelling, and unforgettable generational wealth in food. We absolutely love it. And if you want to cook along with us and create your own spaghetti and meatball spectacular, you can scan the QR code or head over to expressoshow.com. Oh, you're a legend, dude. Yeah. Should we plate it all together?